You ready to get to work, bro? Huh? You ready to work? Huh? You ready to work? I'll take that as a yes. All right, what are we doing today? Let's go take a look at what we're doing. Oh, you know what we're doing, guys? We're lifting again. That's what I'm talking about, getting our cam curls on. Oh, woo, you feel the burn? Oh my God. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my God, it's pretty big. All right. Oh yeah, man. Whew. Okay. Well, that's a cam. You may be asking, where's it going? Well, it's going in the SilverCar. We have made enough baseline runs with our T5, at least for us, and it's time to put the cam in. Time to begin a few modifications to try and get this car where it's a little bit more respectable than what it is. 760s and stuff like that. It's just not going to cut it. And you know, it's time. So we've got a day to work on it. So we're going to do that. You may be asking, what cam is that? Well, you know what? I have these glasses. Wow, look at that. And I have this piece of paper. So I would know everything. This is a Crower or Crower or however you want to pronounce it, camshaft. Its RPM range is 2,600 to 6,000. I know that's very important, the advertised RPM range for everybody, because they just really want to know about that. The advertised duration is 288, 298. At 50, it's 228, 234. The lift is 512 and 531, and it's on a 112 load separation. So we had this cam. We bought it 3 or 4 years ago. We were just looking for something kind of mild to put into the SilverCar, and you know, that popped up. It looked like it might work. I typically like stuff that has a little bit of duration to go with, you know, with small heads. I kind of crutch the heads with some duration, and you know, the lift, I'm whatever. So anyway, we're going to put that in today, and then at some point we're going to take it back to the track. Obviously, we just got a lot of stuff going on, and these videos get kind of mixed up, out of order, and all this kind of stuff. So if I say, well, this car's been and that car's been, I don't really know where these videos will come out in what order as to what car's been where. But we're going to put that cam in, and then we're going to take it to the track. And after that, we're going to look at doing a gear upgrade or whatever, changing the gear in it. And then we're going to do a little bit of stuff with changing out the intake a little bit, the upper. We're going to just do a little experimentation. After that, we'll probably do something else, but of course by then that's going to be down the road, because like I say, we've got a lot of stuff going on with different cars. Trying to get all these cars to the track and stuff can be a little bit of a scheduling nightmare, and of course we're at the mercy of the schedule of the track. So anyway, let's get off here and let's get to work, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes or in a little while or whatever. You guys have seen the changing the cam, stuff like that, but we'll still show a little bit of taking things apart. So all right, see you in a few minutes. Route. Yeah, route. These have not been out in a while. There we go. Fuel rails off. Gonna undo the fuel pressure line. We'll get the upper off, and get the valve covers off, get the rockers knocked loose, pull the crank pulley, balancer, diamond chain, pop the cam out. All right, let's get some wrenches turning. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to unbolt the upper, but real quickly, I'm not sure how many people actually noticed or have looked at the SilverCar video, what a couple there are, but this does not have a stock GT40. This one does not have the kink in it. This has had the neck removed, and it's got a 4-inch piece of aluminum tube welded in, and they did a really good job doing it too. The only bad thing is, and you won't be able to see it, is that it has a stud in the center. So that's one of the things about taking this upper off that is a little pain in the butt. So it's not going to get off by itself. So let's go get it off, and it's almost lunchtime. You know how we are about eating lunch. So let's go get that off real quick so we can get all this done and hear this thing thumping. All right, we'll be back. All right, guys, I got a little creative here. You can see I've got my Harbor Freight wobble extension, and I used a magnet to run the socket in and hold it up till I ran the extension down through and dropped it in. So that's a much easier way for me to do it. In the past, I didn't have the wobble extensions and all this kind of stuff, so good job to me. All right, well, let's get this thing off. Quit messing around. Woo! Yeah, there we go. Oh, GT40 power. Before we got into this way too far, these heads also have a beehive style spring, and they've got the SVO 1.6s on them. Now, in my defense, I bought these rockers years and years and years ago. These things are probably 20 years old, maybe older. But anyway, that's just a couple things under the valve covers. Let me finish up here, get these off so we can get the timing cover and the balancer and stuff off and get the cam slid out. Then it'll be lunchtime for sure. All right, we got all the rockers out, off, push rods out, lifters out. Whenever you're taking your lifters out, you may want to just take a quick look at them, at the plungers and stuff, to make sure everything's okay with them. These were all fine. David's actually had a couple lifters fail on him. It doesn't seem to be a common occurrence, but never hurts to double check everything while you're in there looking around. So, all right, well, let's get the balancer off and get the timing cover off and get the cam out. Whoopsie-doo. All right, guys, while this is not super exciting, it is super productive, I guess. We've got the old cam out. We've got the new cam in. We lubed it up with some Pro Cam lube. The roller cams don't really need it at all, honestly, but I don't like to put them in dry. I mean, probably shouldn't. I put a little bit on the roller wheels too, just for fun. And we got to get we're going to get a new timing chain. Ours had a little bit of slack in it. It's been on there for a while, so we're going to get a new one. And timing cover gasket, we'll be ready to start putting it back together. I can go ahead and put the lifters and stuff in, drop the push rods in, and loosely set the rocker arms on. So anyway, making progress slowly but surely. All right, guys, we've got our timing chain, and it's actually kind of a good idea to see all those air bubbles. See that just came out? It's a good idea to soak it. Look at the air bubbles rising out of it. It's a good idea to soak your timing chain in some oil to get all the air out of it, to help get it lubed up a little bit before you put it on. It's supposed to help to keep it from stretching early on because it's dry when it starts. So just a little tip that may or may not help anybody. We just do it, may not do anything, but we do it just because we were told to do it by someone that we think is a lot smarter than us. So anyway, there we go. We're getting ready to put timing chain on. Yay. All right, guys, we've got the cam in, timing chain on, timing cover on. Got the rockers bolted down. We're fixing to bolt down the lower intake and let it start sealing up while we finish up the balancer and the pulley, put the alternator back on, valve covers and stuff like that. Then bump it around, drop the dizzy, blah, blah, blah. Probably won't drive it this afternoon. We'll just let it sit overnight. We got another little thing we're doing in the morning on a little road trip, so we'll hopefully get the fired up tomorrow afternoon and see how it sounds or runs or whatever. See if our butt dyno is fixed or still broken. All right, well, let me go back to work. This is just boring crap, so anyway, we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, we got it all back together. We got it timed. We pulled it around here. We're messing with it a little bit. Guess you can hear it. so now we'll just have to kind of take it for a test drive and see what happens. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're out cruising around with the cam, so seem to drive good. Guys, well, you've seen the test drive. We've rolled around on the throttle a little bit and some things like that. So let's just get to the what will it run. Combo real quick is a 80mm R mass air motorcycle, a 75mm throttle body, a ported GT40 tubular intake, stock GT40 heads with valve springs, our Crower 113333 cam, long tube headers, race crank pulley, bullets, T5, 410s, you know, suspensions, 9010s up front, and Moroso drag springs. The back's got all solid stuff and 50/50s, so car's probably, you know, probably about the same as a Trojan horse right in that area. So it's, you know, 2850, 29, something like that, whatever. So anyway, what's it going to run? So you've seen the drive, seen what it's, you know, the best it's ran previously in ever better weather was a 757. The fastest we've actually ran with it is a 64, I think, this year at our local track. So what's it going to run? You can give the mile an hour. I think we've ran like 88 miles an hour with it or something. So anyway, all right, well, the wind noise will probably be a little bit, but we'll see you guys later, and let's drive it back home.